Hi everybody, my name is Shawn Sheehy and I'm talking to you from my home studio in Chicago, Illinois, where I edition pop-up artist books and I sometimes work on trade book projects and commercial paper engineering projects. And I also develop and prepare for workshops. And these days I'm also teaching workshops from the home studio. So what I thought I would do today is do a little demo while I'm talking about some of the kinds of things that I do. And I've adapted a project especially for this video. And so I present to you Shawn Sheehy making the Metapop. So as I jump into building this project, I'm going to let you know that these pieces obviously have all been pre-cut, but they've also all been pre-scored. And it's a project that I developed to work with people in places where tools and glue are not readily available. So it's a no glue project from this point forward. And I make pop-up books that speak to topics about the wild world pretty consistently. I make either bestiaries or I make herbiaries, books of plants or books of animals. And I find that very satisfying, partly because I love to explore items from the wild world in a dimensional way, in a sculptural way. It's very satisfying to me. And also I think that they make for very satisfying pop-ups. I could make a pop-up house, for example, that could be super cool, but it doesn't really have a lot of life or movement to it. But if I can create a pop-up animal that also has some sort of movement to it, especially in its actuation as it's opening up, then it seems even that much more lifelike and realistic and satisfying for the viewer. Also, my work is pretty political. I'm looking at a lot of pro-environmental topics, many of them pertaining to systems or communities of animals, where we can explore interrelationships. Also, my books have a fair amount of cultural commentary to them as well. For example, I did an herbiary about vegetables used curatively, and I talk in a fictitious way about how you might be able to feed people certain vegetables and cure societal ills by doing so. Like I said earlier in my introduction, I do all of my production at home, with the exception of the fact that if I'm making paper for a project, which I used to do a lot and then didn't for a while, but want to do again much more soon. I do that up in Kalamazoo, Michigan at the Kalamazoo Book Art Center. Also, I used to do a lot of my own letterpress printing for my books, and I don't do that anymore. I've been hiring it out for the past 3 projects, and that makes me happier because there are a lot of people who are better printers than I am. And I mentioned in the introduction that I have 2 trade books out in the world, and both of them are based on artist books that already existed. So it's very satisfying to have already developed those ideas and to have them sort of accepted in their entirety into a commercial project. Now, they had to be adapted quite a bit to make them appropriate for a commercial setting and to be marketable for a broader audience, but most of the content was kept as is. All right, everybody, I have finished this model, and you can see that I've got a reader who's got a book, and inside of the book is its own little pop-up. So I hope you enjoyed my little video, and if you'd like to learn more about me, you can find me at shawnsheehy.com, especially if you'd like to hear more about upcoming workshops, especially online workshops. Subscribe on my website, and you'll get some information delivered direct to your inbox. Thanks. Bye.